right, welcome into Tuesday. How you guys doing? Thank you for all of your comments about the broken picker class. I am definitely going to do that. I will record this class. I will be traveling in September, so you'll likely see it in September. I will announce it as we get closer. We're very close to September right now. I'm going to be starting doing the September readings this week, so you'll see those too. So let's see where we want to go for the collective. Message for the collective, please. Message for the collective. All right. Crossing bridges, a time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. Oh, I like this. First light, beginning a new cycle. Yeah. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. So I'm of the feeling or of the opinion of the feeling right now that we are in the midst of some major transformation of the collective. So you may have felt like the calling to go toward a new life. If you look back at the titles of the readings, it's like new life, new life, new life everywhere. And some of you have, are running across that bridge to get to the other side, to get to the new life. Some of you are like, I don't know. Some of you have to do some difficult things before you hit that bridge. And so it's been kind of a process. I'm just saying, like, however you're approaching it is fine. Okay? It's fine. You have some things to work through. You might be delaying things. Some of you might be even dragging your feet. But I do feel like for the collective, the energy of those who are running across, who have done what they needed to do, they're on that bridge and they're like, yes, I'm here in my new life. This is going to be shining so brightly. The first light and the embracing enthusiasm of those of us who are over that bridge already into that new life. Are shining now so much more brightly. There's something really elevating that energy. And so those of you who are kind of either new to the path or just kind of like really resisting some kind of transition, I feel like you're going to get inspired. Okay? That a lot of the folks who have made it over that bridge, who are now in this spiritual calling or in spiritual path, are going to be inspiring to all of you guys who are like, I don't know, mostly because I don't know what's on the other side of that bridge. So if you're in that camp, I feel like you're going to get a jolt of inspiration, I guess is the word. A jolt of inspiration. And, you're here for a very important reason. And that reason, it may have felt like, oh boy, this seems like a big mountain to climb, or it seems like a big ask. But now it's kind of like you're seeing other people have successfully done it. And it's calling to you now, like, okay, well, they survived it. I can too. Yes. 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, 8 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. So there's definitely a feeling here of nostalgia, because some of you are leaving behind family or leaving behind a mother wound, really working on something that has held you back. And it's challenging. Okay. I feel like other people don't want you to do it. So there's additional, kind of boundaries, or, well, no, that's not the right word. An additional, obstacle that you're not getting a lot of support. Okay. For doing this. Now, if you are finding that you do have support for it, then I feel like you're further across the bridge than you think. Okay. Because some of you are just kind of like standing here, still in it, still in whatever it's been, whatever it was that's trying to close out. It's very important that you recognize that something has ended, or a chapter has closed. Standing there and holding on to it because you don't want change isn't going to make that continue. Okay. It's going to like fall away. It's not going to just be the same as it was. It's kind of like, I don't know. I just had some images of like class reunions and stuff. Like it's not the same, but there's something like more along the lines of like summer camp, where you go back to the camp and now you're a big grown up person. You're bringing your kids there or something like that. Like it was so fun. It was so great. And now you're kind of like, yeah, it's great for them. It's not great for me. Like it's not something that I can stand. Even though this camp is still going on, it still exists, it's still here. It's no longer for me because I have progressed. I have moved on. Okay. You get me? And now I almost feel like some of you who are right between this, you know, they're just starting to walk over this bridge. You have a misunderstanding that the thing you're standing in is always going to stay, and I'm the one that's choosing to leave it. It's also leaving you when you're, you know, you're moving on in your life. It's also, you know, going away. It's not going to stay the way it was. Just like with that day camp or that, you know, away camp or whatever, sleepaway camp. It's there, but it's not yours anymore. It's not for you. And so it's going to move out of your energy. And I feel like some of you are really trying to hold on. It's almost like that song Glory Days, like holding on to something, not because you peaked at 18, because I don't believe that to be true at all for this spiritual group. What I believe is that the way forward is just going to be such a different way of life, a different kind of life. And, you know, what if it's massively, expansively better? I can honestly say that about my transition away from 2000, you know, all the way 2008 through 2016. The channel started in 2017. And I was sitting on the porch last night going, my life is so exponentially better than it was back in 2016. It's like not even a comparison. Some of you in Pathfinders know I've told the story before. Knight of Cups, the Devil energy, and the World. Ace of Wands. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. The Judgment card. Wow. Eight of Wands. Three of Wands. Six of Swords. So you, I'm talking to a group of you. This may not be for all of you, but I'm speaking to a group of you now who have a partner, a person, maybe your twin flame, or maybe your person for the future. I definitely see you at some point here by the end of this year moving forward together. This person is being blocked from you. Not because you're not doing it right or because of any kind of runner chaser dynamic or anything like that, but because they are still standing and not walking over that bridge. So they're trying to do something a little half-assed. They're not leaning into their spiritual path. And here's the doorway. Here's the gate. Here's the person. They're being blocked. So you might have felt that you have been blocked at some point in terms of stepping through that, because what I just said to you about having to do something you don't want to do to get on this trajectory to go towards what your calling is. There's something that you really don't want to do. What happens if all of my security falls away? What happens if I'm an outcast? What happens if I can't walk away from my family? What are you talking about? I can't walk away from this marriage. I can't there's all these things. And in your heart of hearts, you do know the path that's calling you. You know that something is over, something is ending. You know it. Like if you're honest with yourself. But I feel like a lot of you, I also think what I'm feeling in this reading is that a lot of you think you're driving the timeline, that it's your timeline to expand on. I'm just really getting this energy of the time is growing short. Okay. And in fact, this could have been the last 2 years that have kind of either dragged their feet or something like that. There's going to be There's going to be a situation. Now, this is an obstacle. We're talking about this Five of Wands. There's going to be something that activates you. If you count yourself in as a late adopter, I just found my spiritual path, or I'm just opening up to it, and oh my God, everything feels like it's going to be changing so fast. Or if this has been years of just like, I can't go, I can't move forward, I can't let go of a job. What are you talking about? How am I going to support myself? Whatever it is, I'm in September, I'm going to start talking a lot more about, and this is something I talked a lot about 2 years ago, North Node and South Node in your birth chart. This is the mission and calling that you have. And it's, in a certain house in your birth chart, and that is talking to you about the themes that are being experienced. And I have rarely found anybody who looks that up who doesn't go, whoa. And, the North Node, or Rahu in Vedic astrology, is something that we are here to embrace. And there's two kind of people, usually the kind of people who look at it and go, okay, that's really radically different, but I'm in. And the other people are like, And so what happens is they get dragged. And because this is, your soul has made some agreements in this lifetime to expand, to grow. And when you're on the spiritual path, which you are, if you're on my channel, this is a very definitive, there's a very definitive ending coming up, and you kind of got to walk through this, right? You got to walk through it too. I feel like some of you are being blocked from your twin flame, or being blocked from your love path, or the path of relationship, because of a mindset. It's time to shift your mindset, because it's something that I also talk about this quite a bit, that, you have thoughts going through your minds, right? We all constantly have thoughts. When you think a thing enough times, it becomes a belief. And when you start believing something, you don't have to, but you can seek out evidence to support that belief. Confirmation bias. And when you find that, because you always will, if like you discount 25 case studies that disprove your theory, but one really proves it, and you're like, nope, see, all of that other stuff is an anomaly. This is the real deal. That calcifies into a conviction. And a lot of us can look at our beliefs and question them, but when something becomes a conviction, it's really hard to uproot, especially when it comes from family. Okay? If we have a belief that this is the way the world works, especially this is Capricorn energy, all right, ruled by Saturn. These are lessons here that are saying to you, actually, that's not the way the world works. Not anymore, because we are in a transformative time. You are here on this planet just for this transformative time. That's why you're here. That's one of the reasons you're here, is that it's not going to be the way that mom and dad told us, or the way we grew up knowing, or the way our experience was as a child. We're now moving into, and we have a tendency to hold on to these beliefs, Eight of Swords, hold on to these belief systems, hold on to these theories, and make them how the world works. Some of you are already over this bridge, okay, and you're enjoying your journey. There's a light, there's an enthusiasm, there's expansion. Some of you are already doing that. And I know, because I've talked to a lot of you, that you're like, come on, twin flame, come on, spiritual path partner, come on. And they're kind of like, well, I don't know, it's kind of difficult. And you're just like a little eye rolly at them. So I feel like now some of you have an opportunity for love, an opportunity for partnership, an opportunity, but they are being blocked. It's not you, okay? It's not you, it's them. So they are being blocked because they're not taking this seriously. They're still dragging their feet. This Knight of Cups. This is destiny, and just try and push back on universal shifts. Just try. Page of Swords, it won't go well. Queen of Swords, Five of Swords. So this person, some of you are dealing with a future partner, a future, or maybe a twin flame even, that is being blocked. They're still hugging on to ego. They're still hugging on to a 3D life. They can't seem to get out of that box. And there's going to be some radical truth, okay, bestowed upon this person so that they see how they've been manipulated, or they see that they've been in the matrix. They're going to see it. Okay, they're really going to see it. And they've been blocked because they've been holding on to the matrix. Wow. So the Ace of Wands, you have an idea or together, or something to build. I've been saying this for a while too. I've been seeing this for quite a while. This Ace of Wands is a unique idea that comes from your collaboration together. So think about Einstein. He is someone who was married, and it was really his second marriage that was the one that helped him solidify his thinking, okay, about certain things. And there was a first wife. I think it could have been first wife. There was an acrimonious time because she had been a big help, and the relationship just wasn't working out, and it wasn't going to keep going with him. He did have, like Marie Curie, she'd worked with her husband. There's something here like that. Okay. Yes, there's something here like that. Chariot, Tower, Six of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. It is going to be very lucrative. It is going to be very service oriented. Both of those things at the same time, which I think if you put that in the head of a lot of spiritual people, their head would explode, because they always are wanting to say, there's a belief system that says that spiritual people are not about having money or anything like that. It's just that they don't care about it. Okay. The focus is on helping other people. The fact that resources come rolling in, because they're not like chasing it at all. They're not running it down. They're just like, okay, well, let's really focus on the helping of other people. And they're helping people. And so there's lots of resources. The universe is supporting them. They're not out there going, okay, how can we make a buck? That's not the energy. The energy is, how can we help these people? And this is where the ideas come rolling in, the resources come rolling in. This is something that's going to come through either a dream time, because Tower and Judgment. This is going to be a very sudden shift. This idea is going to come in a flash. And then I feel like you will run across the bridge. A lot of you are not crossing that bridge because you don't know where you're going, but the flashbang idea. So there's a partner here who is being blocked from coming toward you because they're not taking this spiritual stuff seriously enough. And it's possible that they have some kind of aha awakening, and they're like, oh yeah, holy shit, you're right. Okay. So the judgment card, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. Look at that. Three of Swords, Four of Swords, and the King of Cups. I'm keying into a group of you who have a twin flame or a partner, a love partner, who is tied up in terms of money, religion. I'm getting money, religion, belief systems in a traditional way. And they have to break out of it. It's so frightening to them because of what other people will think. They're mainly concerned about what will other people think. This is the thing for them to learn to let go of. You might be in the place of learning how to take your personal power back. They're having a different experience of it, but they are also recognizing now, I feel like in the past, this person that's coming toward you could not conceive of the idea that someone is using them, manipulating them, taking advantage of their good and kind nature. They have to shift their mindset. They believe they have a conviction that people are fine and good and exhibit. They're either it's like those 20 case studies that we don't pay attention to. We're just, oh, this one person, or this one time this person was so nice to me, that means they're a good person, and they discount the 20 other times this person was a rat bastard. Okay, so there's something like that. I feel like this person is being, and this might have been your experience too, so this could be autobiographical, where you're kind of like, wow, that's kind of me. Like, I couldn't conceive of the fact that this person or these people, maybe even family, that were keeping me from my mission and purpose for their own selfish reasons. And because I don't think you would ever do that, right? So it just doesn't even occur to you. But that's what's coming through, like, aha moment. Oh, wow, this person is using me. And that's what shakes your partner free of this other situation. That, and the fact that they have some kind of vision, service. That comes through, and they know then what's on the other side of that bridge. So they're going to go running for it. All right, let's keep going. I see that here too, the 8 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. It's almost like there's some kind of travel involved here. 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. Traveling and going towards something much better. All right, so let's keep going with this reading. Definitely crossing bridges is the reading. All right, link is below if you want to continue on. Pathfinders, we're just going to keep on going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.